Hello, I'm Nancy Horsburgh, and I was Nancy Bailey until I got married July 1st, 1961 at St. John's United Church in Alliston. That was a very special day because family was coming from the Leamington-Windsor area, and it was going to be a long day for them. Anyway, that was kind of the very first time that something special took place in my life at St. John's. St. John's was my church for a few years, and then I found that I wanted my little girl to go to Sunday school, and she was born in '63. And she was baptized there, so we were in and out of the church different times. And it was Reverend Shilton that married us, and we were there. But we also were part of Trinity Centennial Church because my dad was on the council and he was helping do the paperwork with that building of that church. So I started going there periodically too, as this church finally opened. So it was kind of like you drive by to see how the building was happening. And anyway, my dad passed away in 1971. And that is when I came back to St. John's because I just couldn't see his empty pew there at Trinity. So I still have a little bit of connection to Trinity Centennial Church too, because part of our history is there. But I'm back to St. John's because of the Sunday school. And I started out being asked to help out in the nursery. We had a nursery there, and we had a few little babies, and it was fun. I really enjoyed those babies. But they soon found out that I did not mind changing babies' diapers. And sometimes I would get called from my Sunday school room once they asked me to take over the kindergarten Sunday school. So that is what I did, because that Sunday school teacher that had the kindergarten, the 5-year-olds, which I loved, she was moving away. And so they said, you don't need to be up in the nursery. We'll get some teenagers or some of the senior ladies to look after the babies if we have babies, because you don't always have babies at church. So anyway, I started teaching Sunday school. And I just loved it because I was teaching kindergarten at St. Paul's and Holy Family schools too. So they had religion in their churches or in their schools. And I was teaching kindergarten at St. John's. And so a lot of it was exactly the same because it was Bible stories. So I really enjoyed that. And I also taught a lot of drama, and I found that the little kids that are 5-year-olds love to act. Sometimes they act up too, but they love to act. And so I had a lot of props. I had little lambs. I had my doll that doll became Moses. It became, a lot of we used it a lot. And I found that they remembered their stories better if they could remember, oh, Mommy, guess what? I got to be Jesus today. They remembered that story better. And sometimes we were on the top of the tables or under the tables very safely, because I wasn't going to expect an accident to happen, but they were really good, and I really enjoyed those kids. Most of the time at the beginning, I had between 11 and 13 children in that class. Then it dwindled. And it got so that I was preparing for 8, but there were 3 that came. So we were wasting a little bit of the paperwork that we had, that we would prepare. And it was getting to be kind of sad. But I ended up having 4-year-olds and the kindergartens, which are 5-year-olds. I had some that once they left the kindergarten and they wanted to be back in the kindergarten, they would come back because there weren't enough kids, older kids, for their classes. So it's kind of sad to see that a lot of these children are now parents and their children are not coming to Sunday school, and that it upsets me. But anyway, once I finally made the decision to stop teaching Sunday school, that is when I sat down in the congregation and was just a member of St. John's. And I could see my brother up in the choir, and I could see family in the church, and it was nice. But then again, I just decided, you know what, if my brother Dan is up there in the choir, why can't I be up there too? So up I went, and John was glad to get another soprano, and I have enjoyed being in the choir. And since I've had my health issue, I still don't know whether I can make it up into the choir. But one of these days, even if I have to sit on a chair down in the bottom, I hope to be back in the choir. So I'm still there periodically. But I also, if I'm not there, I might be at Trinity. But I might be in my bed too. You just don't know right now when you're in a recovery mode. So anyway, and I am so grateful for the friends at St. John's that sent me cards. I have stacks of cards, and the UCW ladies, they turned out to be great supporters of an old gal that was sick. And when you have a life-changing surgery, you need a little bit more companionship from those people. And I just about went to the UCW meeting the other day, but I had done too much that day, and you can only do so much when you're not feeling up to par. But anyway, St. John's, I'm coming back one of these days, and I wish I was coming back to a little class of 5-year-olds, because that was my joy there.